just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
What the f happened?
What just happened? I'm Dan. That's Julia. And today we're here to talk episode 4 of A Murder at the End of the World called Family Secrets. Wow. So good, Jules. Love it.
So good.
So happy
So
we're covering
good.
the show. It's fantastic. This is probably my favorite episode so far. I love the flashback scene. We'll talk about it. There was a lot, and we learned a big fact in this episode too. So we'll talk about it all. But if you guys didn't know, we made a theory video. I'll put it in the description. It'll also come up to play at the end of this video. Definitely check it out. There's a lot of great theories on this show that we talked about, and one thing came true so far. So yeah, definitely check that out. So this episode picks up right after the last one ended with everyone going down to the bunker because Rohan just died and Andy's being cautious. So he tells Todd to bring everyone downstairs. He doesn't go downstairs though. And that comes up like, why isn't he here?
Oh, I get it. You think you're keeping him safe from us?
I would expect that though.
Yeah, because there's someone out there killing people. Yeah.
Right. Like, are you really going to lock Andy in a room with a bunch of people, one of whom is definitely a murderer?
Right, exactly. So everyone's speculating about Rohan's death, and Lee mentions
it's my fault. I invited him.
And it turns out to be true that both people that came for Lee that we know of are dead. So does that have anything to do with anything? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think so. It's definitely something to take note of. That's for sure. So then they ask Darby's opinion. She thinks it was heart failure from his pacemaker being hacked.
And any pacemaker made after 2011 has a wireless interface. So Rohan had an attack surface.
Because it turns out during all the chaos right before his death scene, when we found out there was someone that contacted them, and I didn't know at the moment it was Heartfront, and in that moment that meant nothing to me. I'm sure to you too. It was like Heartfront. What's Heartfront?
So my guess is that they were calling to warn him that his pacemaker had been hacked.
They had like vaguely mentioned it, but just like in passing.
So it turns out they're the manufacturer of his pacemaker, and the pacemaker was hacked. So that's how he was killed. You got a retreat full of hackers. Everyone's a suspect. Everyone.
That's insane because like I would never think of trying to kill somebody like that. Maybe just because like I don't often think of trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
But like
Might
if I were to do that, I don't think that just like wouldn't cross my brain. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm totally with you. Todd tells everyone the police can't come for 48 to 72 hours due to the incoming storm. That's going to be really bad. It's already hit the major city in Iceland, so they're all concerned. Darby wants to examine the body.
I mean, if no one's going to look at it for the next 72 hours, you've got to let me. I can take notes. I'll pass them along to the coroner.
She does have experience with her dad being a coroner, and she was with him all those times. And there is a theory that her dad is the Silver Doe killer. So let me know in the comments if you guys agree with that one. I think that would be sick. Because remember when she was talking about it, when she got to the scene where the guy pulled the gun, they cut away and she was like, that's it. I'm done talking about it. So maybe she's repressing that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it could be.
That would be crazy.
I'm kind of leaning towards that, honestly. Like, why would she like stop talking in that exact moment? There's some people that think Bill died right then when he got shot and died. I don't think so because of what we find out in this episode, but it's definitely plausible that her dad could be the Silver Doe killer. All right, they're released from the basement, but they're told to go back to their room. And then Todd starts taking everyone's electronics, starting with Sean.
Sorry, Sean, I need your laptop, iPad, any electronics you got.
You kidding?
And then Sean visits Darby. She doesn't recognize a hacking phrase. So Darby's like, all right, if you're not a hacker, then you're not the killer.
And then you're not a hacker. So you're not the killer.
Find out later, she might be a hacker too. I mean, she's a doctor. She's been on the moon. I'm sure she knows how to do a lot of stuff. She apologizes, though, for shooting down Darby earlier about there could be foul play with Bill's death. So she apologizes.
You felt something was wrong, off, when Bill died. In my gut, I felt you were right. I really did.
They really try to make an attempt to clear her this episode, but I'm still like, even though what happens
later,
later,
they still give you reasons to doubt it, though.
Yeah, for sure. Even though what happened later, like I'm still not clearing her 100%. Definitely not. Like she's probably still my number one suspect. I don't know. We'll see. But she can help get to Rohan's body because she knows how this place works inside and out.
If you want to see Rohan's body, I can help you.
So that's what they do. They sneak around.
Blind the cameras as you go by.
They get to his body in the walk-in fridge, and they find the signaling device in his pocket that we already knew about, that he signaled to someone one down, still to go. So she tells Sean about the night that she followed him and how someone signaled back.
He started signaling into the dark. And and someone signaled back.
So Sean wants to find out who that person is, and then maybe we can find out their plan. But maybe she's trying to find out all this information because she's involved with these killings. Because and it is also possible that they're two totally separate killings. Like one person killed Bill and another person killed Rohan. So that's also possible.
You're not wrong.
Then we get to the part that I think was super cool. I love sci-fi stuff. So these climate suits are really cool. They're basically like space suits to use in extreme weather, and they're like for the end of the world. Apparently they're extreme climate suits. So
yeah, Andy's a bit of a doomsday prepper, huh?
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, and I think
I can't blame him, but
I think that's gonna come out to be like one of the things that Bill found out is gonna have to do with Andy's doomsday prepping. I think that's gonna be a larger part.
I think so too. I think they focused on that a lot this episode. They're like,
yeah,
why is
for sure.
like why here? Why is he like already preparing so much for something like this? It just there seems to be a lot of mystery around it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a much bigger deal even next episode, so we'll see. So they get on the snowmobile, they head out, they go to the spot where he made the signal, and Darby puts out an SOS hoping that someone would respond back in Morse, but of course that doesn't happen. So they head out to the location where it looks like the person made the signal back, so they're going there. So on the way there, Darby tells Sean that she thinks Bill uncovered a secret in his first night there.
I think Bill uncovered something his first night here,
and that's why he was late for dinner, and it must be connected to Bill and Rohan's plan. So now Sean has that in mind. Sean learned a lot of information this episode, and if she has something to do with it, she knows even more. So we'll see. I think Darby was a little too trusting of her because she thought she was a hacker. So she was a little maybe naive in a sense, trusting her a little too much, when I think you should be in a state of not trusting anyone right now.
Anybody, no.
They get to the location where the person made the signal back, and it's right by water, and they find a rope into the water, so they decide to pull it in, and it's this tube, and it says Last Chance, and that's the name of Rohan's boat. And what's inside this thing is a Zodiac, which is an inflatable boat that takes you to a much larger ship, probably Rohan's ship, because why would it say Last Chance? And that was like out of range, so they think he probably even visited that ship during his stay. The storm's closing in, so they decide to leave, and then Darby tells Sean,
Rohan signals one down, still a go.
And Sean thinks that meant they lost a man, but we're going to carry on. Carry on with what, though?
I'm really glad she said that, because I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, me either. So, I mean, that's true. That's definitely probably what he was signaling, and they were still going forward with their plan. What that plan is, we still don't know. That's going to be the big thing that we probably find out in the finale, I'm sure. So
now, question real quick about that. They would have had to formulate this plan before they got there, right? If it's not based on something that Bill found out there.
I guess
because if it's based on what Bill found out at dinner or right before dinner, how would they have constructed this whole plan
so quickly? Yeah.
So quickly with someone who's not at the hotel with them.
Well, we know that they were close. That's why Rohan was so upset when he passed. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it was all what Bill learned and then he told Rohan and then that spurred this whole plan on, or did they have something preconceived? I don't know. That's a good question. The snowmobile dies, so they have to walk on foot, and then they find an SUV near the guard shack, and Sean hacks it to start the car. The look on Darby's face was like, what the hell? You are a hacker.
And you could tell she was like, oh shit, I said too much.
Yeah, I said way too much, because you hacked this like it was no big deal. And she's like, what? I know a little bit about cars. Well, I know how to hack it, whatever. So yeah, she kind of tried to play it off. And then in the SUV, she's driving like an idiot. Like, what are you driving like this for?
Did you get a feeling she was doing that on purpose?
Kind of. And that's like, I still don't trust her. It's kind of like she wanted to crash.
I don't either. And it's like, yes, like, is it worth risking her life because she could have died in that accident?
Right.
I still think she knew that it wouldn't, like, there's a higher chance of it not being fatal, and she did it on purpose. That's just the vibe I'm getting from it.
I think so. I think you could be right. So in the SUV, Darby asks why Andy wasn't in the safe room, but we already talked about that part, because why would he be, really, honestly? Right. And why is there even a safe room? And why are these climate suits around? Like, why? Turns out he thinks the bad climate is going to come much sooner than 2050, which in this world, apparently something really bad is going to happen in 2050. So he's really prepping for it. Then Sean says the funding for his space exploration has been drained, and she thinks it's been drained in the funds for something else, maybe on this hotel resort base that they're at right now. And maybe he's put a lot more resources into this, and they don't really know why, or Sean doesn't lead any clues that she does know why, but maybe she has kind of a clue. We'll see. I don't trust her at all. Yeah, then of course her dumbass driving, like she was pedal to the metal in black ice in a serious storm.
Yeah, just like slamming on the brakes and like,
what are you doing,
man?
Yeah, it's almost like she wanted to crash. So in the comments, let us know, did she want to crash? Because it seems like she did. Of course, the car flips over. Yeah, you're driving like an idiot. That's going to happen. So we see that Darby's badly cut. This causes a flashback scene, which, oh my God, dude. Darby and Bill are so adorable together.
No.
It's insane. I can't take it. I hope that these theories, which, by the way, watch that theory video. We talk about it. The theories that this is all some kind of AI experiment and no one's actually dying. Hopefully that theory is true, because it really sucks that Bill's dead, because they're so adorable together. They're working on the Silver Doe case. Their pin helped match a Jane Doe's body.
This is your girl.
So they could give peace to that family who didn't know where their loved one was. Turns out she was dead, sadly, but this leads them to find a ring.
Oh, dear God in heaven. They found silver.
That belonged to an E. Bell.
E. Bell.
Which could be huge later.
I just thought of something.
What'd you think of?
What if somehow that ring's connected to her mom?
Oh, chills. And he
like,
killed her
I know
mom.
I know it says like E. Bell on it, but
Yeah.
like he could have like gotten the ring secondhand or something. But like I'm just thinking, like, because in the beginning when they find the last doe,
Yeah, right.
and they're like, oh my God, he started with his wife.
Yes.
What if it's her dad at the top of the stairs? What if you're right?
Yes, and it's her dad. I'm telling you, I love that theory. And her mom never took off. She just got killed by
That's
the
what I'm
serial
saying.
killer.
Like it makes sense, because they're like, well, why aren't you looking for her?
Yeah, true.
Like,
I love
why
it.
should I look for someone who didn't want me? But like, what if the whole time?
Stamp it. I think we nailed that one. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. I think that's true. I just got chills. As they're walking outside, Bill sneezes, and turns out he has...
No, I have a Chew syndrome. I sneeze in transitions from dark to bright light.
Pull my leg.
No, I'm not. I'm serious. It's genetic. My father has it too.
We'll come back to that. Darby doesn't want to sleep in the car again. Bill says he has a plan. His plan is helping someone get their luggage to their car, getting the guy's name, jumping in the pool, going to the front desk, saying, oh, we left our keys in our room. Sorry.
Sorry, we left the key in the room. 115. Name? Miller.
And it looked like they were just in the pool, going back to the room.
Yeah.
They had the guy's name, the Millers. So it works. They get into a free night stay at this hotel so that they don't have to sleep in the car. So really cool. Okay, now this scene, I didn't catch it. My wife made me rewind so I could catch it, which I'm very happy she did. And tell me if you caught it, which turns out to be true later. So I'm happy that I did catch this and I have the notes for it. So Bill's talking about having kids. He says his mom had a psychic, and the psychic said...
But she told my mom, she said, I'm only going to have one kid.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with someone I slept with only one time.
So like, all right. Right then and there, I was like, yeah, Zoomer's his kid.
It's definitely, I know. And I was like, maybe they're alluding to something else. I don't know. But like, it's too perfect, right?
Yeah, it's too perfect. Yeah. And I'm happy we got the answer for that later on at the end of this episode. That was really cool. And then, like we just talked about, Bill asked Darby if she wants to find her mom. She's not interested. Why would I look for someone that left me? But Darby thinks they're nearing the end of solving this case, because maybe the ring was from his first kill. And like Jules just said earlier, maybe the ring was actually from her mom, and the mom was the first kill because her dad's definitely the serial killer. I'm going with that full board. His job is perfect for...
You'd know how to get away with it.
Yeah, you would. You'd know 100% how to get away with it. It makes total sense. Maybe she does know the truth, but she's kind of just
in denial about it.
Yeah. And maybe her being at this trip, part of it is for her to remember that. Maybe Andy wants her to remember that, and that's why he wants her there. So then they almost get it on, but Bill says he's tired and he wants to go to bed. But in the morning, another adorable thing, he brings her the coffee and the Coke like she likes, to mix the coffee and Coca-Cola. And then he asks... It's adorable. They were so cute together. He asks what she wants. She wants him to hold her.
I want you to hold me.
Breaking my heart. And I really hope it's AI death and that he's still alive, but I doubt it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And then they kiss and then they get it on. They're just adorable. Present time, Darby is injured and Sean is dragging her in the back of like a sled. And she's worried that they're going to give her morphine.
Yeah, I don't want morphine.
But as this is going on and she's worried about the morphine, because obviously what happened with Bill, she doesn't trust anyone, Sean's helmet stuck. And it turns out she got hacked. Somebody hacked the helmet She can't take it off. She has 2 minutes of oxygen left.
How much oxygen?
2 minutes.
All this is happening while Darby's still being attended to, but then they're like, shit, we got to deal with this. And then everyone tries to help Sean get the helmet off. Todd tries to drill into it, but it's a super high-tech, super advanced helmet meant not to be cracked because it's for like an end of the world scenario. So it's doing its job and not coming off. Andy's trying to hack into it to open it. He can't for the moment. They only have like 40 seconds at this point. He tries to smash it open. That obviously that's not going to work.
Brace yourself.
Brick straight to the face. Come on, man.
Yeah. They were doing anything they could. And then it turns out
better than dying, but
100%. Yeah. But turns out they had to do this tracheotomy.
We need to do an emergency tracheotomy.
Which really grossed me out. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, but it works. It succeeds. And Darby, seeing this, passes out. Okay. Darby had a concussion, so she can't sleep for long periods of time. So Lee goes in to check on her.
Sorry, I have to keep waking you. It's for the concussion.
She asks about Sean. She's okay. She's in her room. So she didn't die.
Where's Sean? She's all right. She's in her room recovering.
No deaths this episode. And then we get Zoomer. Zoomer's in there. And she feels better at this time. So she takes off all these wires, stands up, opens the blinds. And Zoomer has the Achu syndrome.
It's called autosomal dominant polycythemic outbursts.
Just like Bill, just like Bill's father, confirming that Zoomer is Bill's kid. Wild way to end the episode. But I mean, like,
honestly,
in our theory video, we did talk about that, and like they do look very similar with the blonde hair.
They do.
So
I'm a little sad that he's not secretly AI. But
Me too.
I'll take it.
Because like I said in that theory video, there's tons of stuff that we dig into, and this was one of the things that we talked about. So I'm happy they confirmed it, and this does put a lot more heat back onto Andy, because that gives Andy a reason to want to kill Bill.
Right. Which is funny because that was his little screen name when he and Darby first started talking.
Yeah, it was Kill Bill. Yeah.
I had a feeling that he was going to die because of that, but I was hoping it wasn't true. So here's the thing. What if Andy and Sean were working together, right? And he knew that, someone was getting suspicious of that Darby probably. So he tried to like take Sean out so he couldn't rat on her, or she couldn't rat on him.
Yeah, that's true. But then he did also suggest the tracheotomy. So I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe he just assumed that she would still be out there.
True. Because
he didn't expect them to get the car. So I'm sure he didn't anyway.
Yeah. So she wouldn't have made it back in time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Could be. Definitely could be. So I'm still very speculative of Sean. She's probably still my main suspect. I just don't have enough information to think of anybody else right now. But perfect time. What are you guys thinking? Make sure you watch the theory video. It's going to be playing right at the end of this video. Watch that. There's tons of theories in there. And then comment below your theories. And then we'll make another theory video based on all of your theories. I'm loving this show. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Ella, again, for suggesting this show. It's so good, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. But that'll do it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later.
Bye, guys. Oh my God, is your sweatshirt John Ralphio?
Yeah. It is.
I love that.
She is the worst. She is the worst person in the world. Huge skank, terrible.
Fucking millennials.
Dave, there's not even a millennial, you asshole. I'm a millennial.
Whatever. Children of the fucking internet.